Let me set the record straight for a minute. Hate, I get it, say it with 'em. I don't give a I'm cool with it. Play and peep the fans with 'em.
Hey folks, welcome back to BK42 Cycles. We're setting our sights on the DYU C2 today. This folding electric bike has a super sleek, almost futuristic look, and it's generating a lot of excitement among city commuters. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. The C2 comes well packaged with everything needed for assembly. It only takes a few minutes to set up. For a detailed walkthrough, check out my separate unboxing and assembly guide. Let's talk convenience. The DYU C2 folds down like a champ, making it a total dream for anyone living in a shoebox apartment, or, someone who needs to stash their ride at the office. Plus, even though it's got a sturdy full aluminum frame, this thing weighs in at around 23.6 kilograms, which is pretty darn light for an e-bike. No need to worry about throwing out your back just wrestling it in and out of storage. This thing is quite small when folded. It'll easily fit under your desk or in a car trunk. Folding and unfolding is pretty straightforward, with a secure latch to keep everything locked in place. It's also a breeze to fold the handlebar. See? Nice and easy. The DYU C2 packs a punch with its 48 volts, 250 watts electric motor. It offers pedal assist up to 24 kilometers per hour, which is definitely enough for cruising around town and keeping up with traffic. There's also a pure electric mode for those days you just want to relax and enjoy the ride. The advertised range on a single charge is 30-40 kilometers, which is decent for commuting. In my testing, I was able to reach 31 kilometers on a charge. However, it's important to note that pedaling back home without the motor assist wasn't the easiest. This is because the bike lacks gears and might feel a bit small for taller riders. In fact, my guess is that the C2 is made to be more like an electric scooter with pedals than a traditional bicycle. This design prioritizes compactness and ease of use over pure pedaling power. The motor definitely has enough pep to get you going, especially when starting from a stop. Electric mode is a fun way to zip around, although the top speed might feel a bit limiting for some riders. Alright, charging this bad boy is super simple. You got two options. 1. Plug this charger right here into the port on the bike itself. Easy peasy. 2. You can actually remove the battery and charge it wherever you want. Super convenient. Whichever way you choose, it takes about 5 hours to juice this thing back up, which is pretty standard for an e-bike like this. Oh, and the battery itself? It's a 48 volts, 7.5 amp hour unit. Not sure what brand it is. Alright, let's take a peek at the controls. Over here on the left side, we've got the command center. This is where you turn on the bike, switch between your riding modes, control the rear brake, and even ring this little bell for some polite ding-dings. On the right side, we got the front brake here, and right next to it, the thumb throttle for that extra burst of electric goodness. Super intuitive layout, easy to get the hang of. Stopping power comes from mechanical disc brakes, which are a big plus for safety in city traffic. The seat is fairly comfortable, but keep in mind this bike is designed for shorter rides, not epic cross-country adventures. Check out this cool feature. These brakes are actually connected to the rear light, so when you squeeze them, blink. It's like a little safety disco party back there. How cool is that? Speaking of lights, the front one is nice and bright. Just a heads up though, it's fixed to the frame, so it doesn't turn with the handlebars. Not a deal breaker for me, but I figured I'd mention it. The DYU C2 comes loaded with reflectors all over, so you'll be seen from every angle. Plus, these folding pedals, super convenient for storing this bad boy anywhere. Thumbs up for that. Now, let's talk about that ride quality. These 16-inch tires with some tread on them, they're not gonna conquer mountains, but they do a decent job of softening up those city bumps. Plus, the rear shock, Honestly, I was surprised. Even though this is a more affordable e-bike, that little shock absorber actually does a pretty good job of smoothing things out. The C2 is designed for riders between 159 centimeters and 194 centimeters with a maximum load of 120 kilograms. However, if you are taller than 180 centimeters, cycling it might be challenging. If you get caught in a surprise shower, no worries. The DYU comes with these sweet dual aluminum fenders to keep your precious cargo, you know yourself, nice and dry. The DYU C2 is priced at €784, placing it on the lower end of the price range for folding e-bikes. It includes a 1-year warranty, free shipping, and a 14-day return policy. Apply the code DYUP at the link below to enjoy additional savings. Now, for that price, you're getting an entry-level electric bike that's perfect for zipping around town. But keep in mind, there are some trade-offs, like the short range and limited speed. The DYU C2 is a good choice for city dwellers seeking a convenient and affordable e-bike. Prioritize portability and easy storage over top speed and long range. This bike is worth considering, though it is an entry-level model. That's it for today's review of the DYU C2. Leave a comment below with your thoughts and hit subscribe for more e-bike reviews.